Welcome to our video on Missouri lease and landlord tenant laws. Landlords need to know their state's laws to manage their rental property well. To help you do that, here are some important landlord tenant laws in the Show Me state. First, let's talk about the most important document that landlords use, the lease agreement. It's a legally binding contract between a landlord and tenant that outlines all rules and terms of the rental relationship. The most common type of lease agreement is a one-year fixed-term lease. This is often referred to as a standard lease agreement. A Missouri lease needs to include key terms, for example, rent amount, rent due date, lease term, late fee policies, and pet policies. In addition to basic terms, a strong lease is detailed, covering things like pest control, snow removal, air filter responsibilities, and yard maintenance. In addition, if the property was built before 1978, landlords must provide tenants with a lead-based paint disclosure and pamphlet.
Next, let's talk about key Missouri landlord tenant laws. The security deposit may not exceed 2 months' rent and must be returned to the tenant within 30 days of the end of the tenancy. Missouri has no requirements about the notice a landlord must give to enter the property for non-emergencies. That said, we recommend giving at least 24 hours notice and only entering during reasonable hours. There are no limits on how much a landlord may charge for late fees. However, fees should be reasonable and must be discussed in the lease agreement. Missouri landlords may require tenants to get renters insurance and can make failure to do so a breach of the lease agreement. Landlords may charge up to $25, plus any fees incurred, for a returned payment fee. In Missouri, fixed-term leases terminate at the end of the period unless otherwise stated in the lease agreement. Either party can terminate a year-to-year lease with 60 days notice or a month-to-month lease with 30 days notice. Missouri does not limit how much a landlord can increase rent. However, the lease should specify the procedures and notice requirements for rent increases.
Missouri landlords must keep rental units in a habitable condition and make needed repairs. Tenants should promptly notify landlords of necessary repairs. If a landlord's failure to make repairs results in the unit being dangerous or unsanitary, a tenant may withhold rent. This is a narrow exception to the general rule that tenants may not withhold rent in Missouri, and tenants should seek legal assistance if the landlord fails to make repairs. Retaliation by the landlord against the tenant is strictly prohibited. If a tenant fails to pay rent or violates the lease agreement, the landlord may be forced to start the eviction process. When doing so, landlords must strictly follow all Missouri laws. Landlords can never resort to self-help eviction methods, such as changing locks or shutting off utilities. Congratulations, you're now ready to create a Missouri lease and manage your Missouri rental unit. While the lease laws might sound complicated, we make it easy to comply with all Missouri laws. Our Missouri lease automatically includes all required disclosures and gives you state assist tips as you create your lease. You can customize a Missouri lease online in minutes that's guaranteed to comply with all Missouri laws and includes unlimited access to Easy Sign, our electronic signing tool. As you manage your rental, remember that we have over 400 property management forms, including Missouri-specific forms. Visit easylandlordforms.com to start your tenant screening, create a Missouri lease agreement that's guaranteed to comply with all Missouri lease laws, and access Missouri property management forms.